Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to give you some hints and some tips on how to pitch and pack away all of the tents from our Smart Air polyester collection. The tent that we're using here is our Hornet L, but what we show you will apply to all the rest of the tents within the collection too. So when you have your fly sheet laid out in place, what we're going to do is peg the back two corners and the front two corners. Just remember here, this is where we're using our easy pegging system. So this is the solid steel peg in the grey loops for the anchor points. So once the four corners are pegged, what we need to do here is just open up the front door and just get a little bit of air inside the tent. That will help when we're actually inflating it. So we'll just take the pump round to the other side now and attach that and start inflating the tent. So just remember, all the tents in this collection only have one valve to attach the pump to. So you can just see here, it's quite clearly written air in. Just pull that back, and if we open up this valve here, this is where we then attach the pump to inflate the tent. An important point here is just to make sure that all the air out valves are closed. So when the valve is in this position here, it's actually open. So if we started pumping, the air would just come out of these. So what we want to do is just make sure that the valves are like this. Then we can start inflating the tent. Once we've inflated the tent, all we have to do is just pop inside and close over all of the shut-off valves. So next, what we're going to do is take the fiberglass pole and put that into the front of this tent here. Just remember that some of the tents will have a front pole and some will have the side pole for the rain-safe entrance, but it's exactly the same process. So once that's done, what we're going to do now is just ensure that the front door is zipped closed. Then we're going to take all of our black plastic pegging points and we're going to pop these into the pegging points around the side of the tent. So finally, what we're going to do now is take the guy lines here, and remember again, easy pegging system, so you've got your luminous peg for your luminous guy line, and we're going to take all these out and peg them into place. So now we're going to show you how to take the tent down, but I just want to point out an important point on the inside here is just to make sure that before we deflate the tent that all of the valves are set to the open position. So this is closed at the moment. We want to make sure that all the valves inside are in this position here. Just like this. And then all the way from front to back. So now you can see that we've taken out the front pole on here. We've taken out all of the pegs around the sides and moved the guy lines up into their retainers. Again, just remember, if it's a tent with a rain-safe entrance, then you'll take that pole out too. Another good point here is just to leave the door open so that when we start to deflate the tent will drop down and the air will come out of the front door there. So we'll just show you how to deflate the tent now. So each individual tube has its own outlet valve here, so all we have to do is just switch it to the on position on each individual one and the whole tent will drop down quite quickly. So once the tent is deflated like this, we're just going to sort of flatten it out, ready to fold it up to get it back in the bag. Obviously we'll show you how to do that. An important point here though is when it comes to actually rolling the tent, we're going to need to start at the side that does not have the valves so that we're pushing all the air out of the tubes towards the valves on the other side, which are already open. There you go then, that's all of our hints and tips for pitching and packing away the tents from our Smart Air polyester collection. Thanks very much for watching.